This is your WCIA 3 forecast first.
Well, we've already had severe weather across the Springfield area earlier tonight. Now we're seeing a little bit of a break before more storms develop. This is the severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect until, all right, here we go, 4 a.m. This is an overnight event, and it hasn't even really kicked off yet. Storm Tracker Doppler. One little area that we are watching is actually down here into extreme eastern portions of Cumberland County into Clark County, where there is a severe thunderstorm warning on that cell. Casey, Martinsville, you guys are a pretty little storm down there, packing a punch with those winds, maybe 60 miles an hour, and hail to the size of quarters. That is one area. There's a huge area we're still watching where more storms are going to develop. 70-mile-an-hour winds, maybe golf ball-sized hail. We're going to talk about what to expect with this next round when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
2 Champaign parking lots are closed weekend evenings for safety. So how's that affecting businesses? Plus, flushing hydrants can cause temporary changes with your water, but it still had some people concerned. And cooling centers are normally in one spot, but this one travels.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
One area has already seen storms this evening, but thunder and lightning is not done yet. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. Storms are expected throughout the night across central Illinois while many of you are sleeping. Our chief meteorologist, Kevin Leidy, joins us now. And Kevin, that thunderstorm watch, that goes for a long time. Yeah,
4 a.m. And, you know, a lot of times we see storms that kind of weaken during the nighttime. It's not the case this time. There's a lot of energy out there from what we had earlier today, and so the concern's going to last well into the night. So much so that we're talking about maybe golf ball size hail and winds of 75 miles an hour. Now, to give you a little perspective, the severe thunderstorm warning criteria, so basically what level you have to get to issue a severe thunderstorm warning, is 58 miles an hour. We're going to exceed that in some of these storms and maybe as high as 75. Just a big wind event with this, and also flash flooding possible because these storms are going to dump a lot of rain, sometimes move slow and over the same areas. So now you're going, okay, when's this going to happen? Well, we're kind of in a calmer lull period right now, but I think by midnight you're going to start to see storms firing out here to the west, and we're talking 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I think things are really going to be rocking and rolling across the area. Here's the thing. We're going to stay here all night. We got the whole team in here. We're going to be covering these storms. We're going to be online on social media, Facebook, the weather app. You can go on there as well. Maybe even cutting in on TV as well. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you can count on us. We're going to be here. Download the WCIA 3 weather app as well, because this is going to be a long night of storms here as we're talking about, again, that potential for, you know, these storms to pack a pretty good punch. And just like you said, it's a late night event here, so don't be surprised if you hear those rumbles of thunder and, unfortunately, some big-time wind damage that could be possible with this as well late tonight. And you guys will be doing social media updates and all of that throughout the night. We've already started with the earlier round. We're going to get ready to do some more. We're actually getting... Jacob, we just sent him out to get us some coffee, and we're gonna caffeine up and be here. And he's on in the morning too. And then he's on the morning show as well. So we got you covered all night long. So don't worry. All right, Kevin, thanks. Other news tonight: a bar in downtown Champaign closed early last night after shots were fired nearby. The co-owner of Esquire Lounge says he didn't hear the shots from inside, but when he got a text about the news, he immediately closed up shop. Police later say they found several shell casings at Taylor and Market Streets. This happened close to 10:30. Although we have some details today, the owner says that unknown last night required extra precautions.
If there's an incident like that, it's time to close up. You know, some things are more important than money.
He is urging the city to hire more patrol officers. Police say no one was hurt in that shooting, and they did not hear of any property damage either. Now, that gunfire happened less than a week after the city started closing 2 parking lots on the weekend. WCIA 3's Bryce Beament joins us live from downtown Champaign. And Bryce, they're closing those lots to help prevent crime.
That's right. They closed the lots on Washington and Walnut and Neal and Washington from Friday and Saturday after 9 p.m. But there is a sign inside the lot that says it's also closed Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. But the city implemented these to limit gatherings inside the parking lots.
Do I feel safe? I don't feel threatened at all by anything.
That may be the case for some, but after shots were fired downtown, some people in Champaign are on edge.
I mean, especially with a 5-month-old daughter, it's pretty terrifying, honestly. You know, I'm just trying to make a living and do my job.
This comes after a rise in gun violence throughout the city, and it has businesses concerned.
Most of it in this general area, so, and obviously working right downtown every night, it gets rough for sure.
Jake Wallace is the manager of Collective Pour. He says he left 10 minutes before the gunfire last night and is grateful the city is closing the parking lot at 9 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
It helps us a ton. That's the best thing we could ask for, honestly, because, you know, kind of keeps everything away from here. So we just get the walking traffic, which is great.
But some people still feel safe being downtown, like Peter Goldsmith, who lives in the area and was out with his wife and toddler.
Very safe, very safe. You know, we know stuff's going on and here and there, but stuff's going on all over the place.
He says closing the parking lot is bittersweet and just hopes people use it for the right reasons.
Before, when people would gather, have big parties, and I know they chase those guys out and so forth, but it hasn't impacted us at all. I mean, hopefully people can park and enjoy all that's downtown.
And while people are having different opinions on downtown safety, the University of Illinois Police released a statement about the rise in gun violence on social media. They encourage people to be vigilant on and off campus.
Use well-lit, high-traffic areas at all times. That helps keep you safer. Be aware of your surroundings when you're out and about, not only on campus but wherever you go.
And even those who feel safe are staying alert.
Keep your eyes open, and a lot of good people down here, a lot of good businesses, and so it's a good vibe, so we love it.
I reached out to the city about if closing the parking lots worked and if they will continue, and I did not hear back. But Champaign police said they are aware of the safety concerns and will have a presence and be monitoring downtown. In Champaign, I'm Bryce Beeman, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Bryce, thank you. A teenager is in the hospital after police say she was accidentally shot in the chest by her boyfriend. This happened in Danville near West Clay and North Sheridan Streets. The 18-year-old victim told police she was with her 16-year-old boyfriend when she heard a loud noise and she realized she'd been shot. He is facing several charges, including reckless discharge of a firearm. One group in Urbana is trying to stop gun violence in its own way. HV Neighborhood Transformation is launching its second annual 40 Days of Peace and Community Building. There are several activities planned. There's a neighborhood cleanup, Juneteenth celebration where people can get vaccinated, and more. Organizers say this is a call to action.
This year we dubbed our 40-40, let's let the kids have a summer. So no shooting. We condemn shooting. We don't support shooters. We don't support the violence. We don't do none of those things.
There will also be celebrations of unity on Saturdays. Organizers say they're not a party, but a time to come meet people and connect with others. Now some new details from Champaign. Police and fire are investigating 2 fires as arson. They first responded to a home near Sherwood Court and Sherwood Terrace last Saturday for a garage fire. No one was hurt. A day later, they were called to a house fire near Meadow Court and Mattis Avenue. No one was hurt there either. Police say earlier this month, that same home was hit by gunfire. Water for some people in Gibson City looked like this today. That's because they're flushing hydrants. This is what people are seeing in sinks, bathtubs, and washing machines. The city posted on Facebook that flushing would be happening on the south end of town. They said there could be a drop in water pressure or rusty water. One person we talked with says it's not exactly a pleasant experience.
Disgusting. It is disgusting. You turn it on, go to brush your teeth, you just see brown stuff coming out. It's just like, ugh. What I do, go get a water bottle, pour it on there, wash my mouth out with that.
The city says it is, quote, working as quickly and efficiently as possible on the process. We have an update to a story we brought you last week. Illinois officials confirm there is algae bloom on parts of the Illinois River. The toxin is near the Starved Rock Lock and Dam. It can make people and pets sick. The state's EPA had sent out warnings to be careful when getting into water that's discolored or has green-colored streaks. An earthquake shook some homes in central Illinois, and today we talked to an expert about it. That earthquake happened yesterday in Indiana, about 40 minutes southeast of Danville. An expert from U of I says normally his equipment can detect how much damage is going to occur, but he says he was not able to detect this one. It was a 3.8 magnitude. He says the larger the earthquake, the more rare.
completely unlikely scenario that during somebody's lifespan we experience an earthquake in central Illinois.
This was considered a minor earthquake. Only minor damage was reported in Indiana. We had a crew in Georgetown yesterday where people there felt the shaking, but nothing was damaged. The heat was no joke today, but some athletes pushed through for a chance at a state title. Plus, most buses drive you somewhere, but this one had a different job. All right, Jacob's back. Did he bring you coffee?
Yeah, we'll pull him over and show him what he went over.
He walked in with something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, we'll show you here in a bit after we get through that forecast, which is going to be an active one here as we go throughout tonight, okay? Things are calm right now, but they're going to be firing up. There is a severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for Clark County as we take a look at the storm tracker Doppler. And you can see just south and east of Kazan, south of I-70, pretty good little storm there, and near and south of Marshall. More about what to expect overnight coming up.